So here I'm back on the mats. I got a chance to go out and visit a UFC gym out in Exton, PA, Exton, Pennsylvania. So it's the second time there. It's a real cool environment, real chill, laid back. It's first time I'm rolling with him here. And I think his name was Nate. He had real heavy top pressure. So what I want to do is see if I can go ahead and get on top of him, maybe trying to get a sweep in. So right here, he tried to pass my guard, and I real quick slipped in my right foot to kind of get a butterfly hook in. Rock forward and kind of just kick straight up to get a sweep there. So from here, I mean, I'm back on the bottom, but at least he's, in my guard, so I can kind of start working some guard from here. So here I'm thinking triangle. That's honestly, what I'm thinking from the beginning here. I want to go straight to some triangle moves. So here I'm trying to kind of shove his wrist between the legs and hop my hop my leg over the shoulder. So I try to attempt it there. He's hip to it, so eventually he breaks my guard open. He's trying to pass. Again, I'm just trying to make sure I keep him in front of me. I don't want him to pass at all. So eventually he does pass here. So at this point I'm kind of just defending, make sure I don't give him anything easy, because he definitely was stronger than me. So I was kind of being worried. And at this point, I don't even know what belt level he is. I still don't know. So I'm just being real cautious there. I hopped up to my knees, and again, I'm just trying to keep him in front of me as much as I can. So from here, I'm thinking I was thinking triangle right there. That arm dropped way too low for me. So here again, I'm in the triangle. Just need to get my angle. I faked like an arm bar there so that he can stack me. And once I get that stacking, since my feet are positioned the way they are, I can go right back to the triangle. Kind of had his mind on the arm bar so that I can get that triangle set up. Hook the leg and get the tap right there. So we reset here, and again, got a little grip fighting here going. Trying to get wrist control on him, because again, he was a lot stronger. That was a real good move. If you saw what he did, he kind of faked like he was going to pass my guard to the left, and literally just jumped straight over my knees. So that was good. That was good. Definitely caught me off guard. And he had that arm kind of flailing up in the air there, so I grabbed it and got a nice little sweep out of that. So here I'm just again defending. I see my arms are extended. But again, I'm aware of arm bars and, triangles. I don't want him to stuff my arm between the legs to get a cheap triangle on me. So I'm aware of all of that. And from here, I believe what I try to do is get him to do a triangle on me so that I can get an escape. Because at this point, it was kind of hard for me to pass his guard. A couple people ran into it, so we had to reset there. Again, he's really going for that triangle. So I just went ahead and stuffed both my arms through and went for the double underpass. This is a pretty good sequence here. So usually when I kind of sling the legs to the side, the person stays on their back, but he kind of came up for a single. So immediately I felt one arm in, one arm out, went right to the triangle and locked that up. And again, I just want to make sure I get my angle on it, pull my left leg down, lock it in, and I get the tap there. So here we reset. I thought the round was over, but I'm like, oh, damn, we got another round. So I thought it was over. So again, we reset here. It wasn't too much more after that point, so I just kind of cut to the next roll. That was a good guard pass. He ended up mounting, and then the time ran out right there. So here, and I forget his name, but I think they said he was like 17 years old. He was really good. He was a lot better than I anticipated or expected. Not that I ever, try and judge anybody or say, how good or bad they'll be before you roll with them. So I definitely was on my A game here. He has the double unders, and eventually he threw my legs to the side. I came up to my knees, and here I'm gassed. My gas tank is terrible, so I kind of let him get to my back here, just to see if he would cross his legs. Just so I can get that kind of cheap ankle submission, and he gave me a gift. He crossed his legs, hooked it, arched my back, and I got the tap there. And right after he thanks me, he goes, "Thank you, thank you." He's like, "I do that way too much." So that was a cheap tap on my end. So we get back into it here. And let me see what happens. Yeah, he just tried to jump. I guess kind of a knee cut type of pass there. And again, that arm is kind of flailing up. People are starting to do that a lot. So I hooked it on my leg and got a little sweep. Yeah, I got a little sweep there. Right here, I definitely don't want him to get to my back because I feel like that's what he's trying to do. I'm not sure, but I feel like he's trying to get to my back. So I want to make sure I keep my my left underhook kind of in place so that he won't be able to get to my back. So he kind of squares up and got the one butterfly hook in. So right now I'm really aware of the sweep that I actually got earlier that day. So I don't want him to sweep me. And I believe, yeah, he goes for the guillotine. Immediately I feel the guillotine, jump to the other side. And I like to go to the Von Flue choke. And I tried to get that there, but he realized what I was trying to do and he slipped his right arm out. So I didn't have it trapped. See how it popped out right there? So I no longer had his right arm trapped. So here I'm kind of just going in my head, you know, what type of, you know, side control submissions I can go for. At this point I had the position for a while, so I kind of thought, hey, you know, it's time for me to maybe try and attack. So I started with a little knee on belly, put a little pressure right there, and I actually wanted him to reach for my knee so that I can kind of get that Kimura set up. But he didn't. He's a real smart grappler, definitely smart. He didn't make a lot of mistakes other than that one little ankle cross in the beginning. So from here again, I'm just maintaining the position, and I believe I'm gonna try to go to north-south. Yeah, north-south. But my left hand, which is good by him, he trapped that left hand, so I couldn't come all the way around north-south. So here I come up to the knees and go back to. I try to get him back in the guard. Yeah, start working some guard stuff. So from here, I'm gonna try like a little triangle setup, but he did a good job of stuffing his arm back through. He did it once there, and then again I'm gonna try it, another triangle setup. It's like a fake sit up sweep, and then when he tucks that arm in, I jump the leg over. But again, he did a good job by shoving his right arm back through, so that, you know, his both arms in a triangle. You know, you want both arms in or both arms out. So he tried to stuff both arms in. Here I felt him kind of overcommitting on that pass, so I switched to the omoplata there. Failed, but it was worth the try. So from here, he kind of just maintained top control. Nothing as far as like action, nothing really more happened after that there. So the roll ended there. Got a little sweep there, and the roll ends in a few minutes. He tries to go for like an Ezekiel, like a no-gi Ezekiel choke here. So time runs out, and that was that. Had 3 or 4 different rolls that day, and these are probably the most interesting 3. Thanks for watching. I wanted to talk about 3 like misconceptions or false ideas that people have about jiu-jitsu before they actually know what it is. And the reason why I'm making this video is because a couple days ago I was talking to a friend of mine, and I let him know that, you know, hey, I'm doing jiu-jitsu now, and I showed him a couple videos of me rolling or whatever, and he goes, oh, that's gay, that's gay. And I'm like, first of all, that's an ignorant statement to say. Just to even say that, that's an ignorant statement. You clearly don't know, you know, what jiu-jitsu is and what it's about. And secondly, when you're actually rolling with somebody, you're not thinking about who's gay and who's not, and what you're thinking about: not getting your arm broke, not getting your leg broke, not getting choked out. That's what you're thinking about. That's what you should be thinking about anyway when you're rolling with somebody. So that whole idea about jiu-jitsu is gay is like, I'm not. That's definitely my number one misconception that I think people have. And secondly, it's like, you know, again, I'll tell somebody, hey, I've been training jiu-jitsu for a couple years now, show them a couple videos of me rolling, and it's like, they'll say, oh, that wouldn't work on me, I'm too strong. Like, you know, I can bench press X amount of weight, you know, I can squat this and this and that, nobody smaller than me can hold me down, and it's like, it's hard to explain like through words. You definitely can show somebody though, by actually rolling with them. It really, at a certain point, if you have a certain level of skill, weight really doesn't matter, especially if the other person doesn't know jiu-jitsu at all. It's all about, I'm sure you've heard it a million times, it's all about leverage and position. So to those people that say, I'm too big, I'm too strong, go out and try to roll with somebody that has 6 months experience. I'll put my money on the jiu-jitsu guy that has 6 months experience every time. And that's just, I'm saying just in like in a grappling match, not like a street fight or something, you know, in the street, something like that. I'm just talking about strictly grappling jiu-jitsu. Somebody that's bigger versus somebody, his white belt has been training for 6 months. I got my money on the white belt every single time. So that's the second thing. And lastly, it's like, again, I'll tell somebody that, you know, I've been training jiu-jitsu, and they're like, oh, that's that UFC, like MMA stuff, right? That's like, you do karate, right? And I just look at them like, no, it's not karate, it's not MMA, it's jiu-jitsu. And then I gotta kind of explain to them, like, what is MMA? What does MMA stand for? Mixed Martial Arts. And in the UFC, fighters use a mix of martial arts. One of those martial arts being jiu-jitsu. So I have to kind of explain it. Some people get it, and other people don't. They kind of walk away like, oh yeah, so you do that karate stuff. Like I'll see them a couple weeks later, like, you still doing that karate? Like, yo, it's not karate, it's jiu-jitsu. Like, so that's a real quick take on what I think the top 3 like misconceptions or things, like dumb stuff people say about jiu-jitsu when they don't know anything about it. So if you have any of your own like stories, or if you want to add to anything that I said, put it down in the comments. So thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and again, if you have anything that you want to add to this conversation, you can always put it down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Thanks.